Right, grade 10s, we are starting our very first complete floor plan with section, and that's on page 108, as you will see there. So there's quite a bit of information which I would like to go through. So if you look at it, it's a civil drawing. There's the given. They speak about an incomplete sectional west elevation, which refers to that part over there. That's your incomplete. And then they speak about an incomplete floor plan on cutting plane, with cutting plane AA, which is there, which is this over there. That's your incomplete floor plan. There it is. So it's just a single line that you see. You need to complete it, and I'm going to show you how to do that. And then they've got, and this is basically a granny flat, which we are experiencing here. And then they talk about window schedule. There's the window schedule. They speak about the standard door frame. They speak about a table of electrical symbols, which would refer to these electrical symbols over here. And they also speak about the detailed drawings of all sanitary fixtures, which would be those fixtures over here, the bath, the hand wash basin, the sink, which we have done already, which we are now going to draw to scale, right? So that is basically what we have there. And then the instructions ask for you to answer this question on page 109, which is the blank sheet of paper which we're going to be drawing on. So this is merely the instruction page. There's the granny flat. Now there's a load-bearing wall here, as you can see, right? And then there's an internal wall that runs like that, indicated by this dash line there. And it's 126 millimeters in thickness, right? The outside wall is 230 millimeters in thickness. Very importantly, they say that the scale here is 1:50. Very importantly, every dimension will be divided by 50. So you need to complete the entire floor plan, which basically would include all of the necessary details that you will see here in the bulleted section. All the walls, all the windows and doors, all the graphical symbols with bathroom fixtures, all the electrical features, the worktop and the sink detail of the graphic symbols, the abbreviations and symbols of all the sanitary fixtures. That's in your floor plan, this one here. And then you must also complete the section elevation from the cutting line that we are going to experience here through the floor plan, but I'm going to show you how to do everything. Okay, so just to talk about the granny flat a little bit. So all the dimensions are here. Every dimension that you see here must be divided by 50. So you need to punch that into your computer or your calculator, and it will give you a value which is scale 1:1 compliant. So the first thing that you are going to do is to first convert all of these dimensions there, preferably to a scale 1:50, and then you are going to start drawing on the blank sheet of paper here, right? And you're going to start in a specific corner, which I'm going to show you now. So there's the lounge, there's the little area of like a room. This is the bathroom. Sorry, this is the bathroom, and you can see the numbers are also given for the different electrical symbols, and here the different features that must go into the granny flat. Lounge. This is how you enter the door there. It will be a door in here, right? And then you will see that the window is W1518, sorry, and that is going to be that window that you see over there. and there's another window W99, which would be the smaller window that's going to go in here. Okay, so very importantly, you need to know where the windows are going to go. So if you have this as your window there, right, that window is going to fill into this space over there, because that's a window 1518. There's another one that's going to go in there, and then if you look and you take the green window, which is that one over there, that green window is going to go in there because that's a W99 window. Okay, then of course doors, door and door will go in there, and then there's a little step that you have to put in as well. Okay, so let us convert all of these quickly to a scale of 1:50, and then we'll take it from there. Okay, I've divided all my dimensions by 50, and I got the scale 1:1 for my drawing on my blank sheet. There you can see 6550 divided by 50 gives me 131, and so I've gone right around my drawing and I've completed all my scaling down. Even I've taken my worktop, which is 600 here, and I know it's 12 from there to there. Yeah, and then I've also done my internal wall, the center line for my internal wall, which is 126 divided by 50 gives me right about 2.6, rounded off to 3. And the same here for my load bearing wall, which is 230 divided by 50 gives me 4.6 something, which I rounded off to 5. So I know my outside wall is 5, my inside wall is going to be 3. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually start my drawing. So I just want to quickly ensure that I can zoom out. So that is my blank sheet of paper which I have there, which I'm now going to use to draw, and I just want to move that perfectly for you. So if I look at it and I want to manage my space, I'm going to start at this specific corner over there, right? And I know the full length from here to there is going to be 131. So I want to gauge whether I can squeeze in 131 perfectly in the middle. So from 0 to 131 is going to be around about there. So I know I can start around about there on my page. So I'm going to draw a line, faint line like that, and I'm going to do a corner up like that. Now if I look at my height here, you will see it's 103 my full, and I'm going to go and do 103, which is going to be just short of 105. Here I draw my line, and as I mentioned, my length here is 131. So I refer to my instruction page all the time, 131, which is there. There we go. Right? I am going to, however, just make it a bit clearer and also zoom in a bit there now. Okay. Just want to make sure my lines are perfectly clear. Now I know my wall. This is now my outside of my wall, so I work on the inside. So I'm going to use my 5 millimeters on the inside there, 5 millimeters on the inside. And so I mark 5 on the inside, always on the inside. There. Okay, so faintly, and this work is done all faint. It's my 5, and I'm going to draw a 5 millimeter line there. this side here. Okay, there's my outside wall now. And then I'm going to put in my internal wall as well. So I need to refer to my inside wall. And this is how designers actually draw plans. They refer to the instruction page or the notes all the time. So I know from here to there it's going to be 54. Okay, and then I will have to work out the 16 plus 18 plus 12 to be able to get that over there. Okay, so let's get the 54 in first. So I'm going to go from my end here. That's going to be 54. I'm going to clearly mark it, 54 from the outside. There I'm going to mark it. And I'm going to draw a line like that there. Then I'm going to use my calculator for my 16 plus my 18 plus the 12 that I have there, and that's going to give me a complete section of 46 down there. Put that away. So 46, and there's going to be my 40, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is over there, and I'm going to draw another line like that there. Alright, so in this case they say that the line forms the center of the wall. So because it's 3 millimeters, I'm going to have 1 millimeter on this side and 1 millimeter on the other side. Right? 1 millimeter on this side and 1 millimeter on the other side to get my wall thickness. So there's my thickness of my inside wall. Side. And now drawing right there. Okay. So you'll see my walls on the inside are slightly thinner. And now I'm going to put in my window. My window is here. So 34 from this side, and then 36 is the opening of my window. So let me go 34. So if I go 30, 34 on that edge here, there's my window, and then my window actual size is 36, so there's 36, and I'm going to open it up there. Now listen carefully what I'm going to do with my window. So I'm going to do my opening of my window, and I'm going to take it 1 millimeter out. Very important. 1 millimeter out. Just want to make sure that my window is 36. Again, I take it from here 1 millimeter out. And that is a millimeter out, and that creates my window sill. I'm going to darken that line. And I'm going to darken this line here. And I'm going to darken that line there. And then I actually need to remove this inside wall line here. And then perfectly in the middle of the wall, I'm going to dot 2 lines there, which will be my window frame, which is going to be darkened as well. So that's how I'm going to draw my window there. Right, that can be darkened. I'm going to show you another window. Again, this one here, so it's going to be 12 and 36. From this side, I'm going to have 12 and then 36 there. So here, draw the line out slightly 1 millimeter over, 1 millimeter over the wall, and I'm going to have 1 millimeter over the wall here as well, just slightly further than the wall. You don't need to measure that 1 millimeter, and you draw a dark line there. Remove that wall line with your eraser a little bit, because you can't have 3 lines in the middle. I just want to go over this again. And then you just notch 2 lines in the middle of the wall to form your frame, and I'm going to darken that like that there. Okay, so you're going to put in all the windows quickly, and then I'll be showing you the doors after that. So now I've got all my windows in, 2 big windows and 2 small windows, right, which I have there. Let me go to my door, my 2 doors. You will see that the door is 900, which is basically 18, and it is 9 from that window, 9, and then 18 for my door. So let me do that. So firstly it's 9, so there's my 9, and then 18, which is there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw 2 lines, like I open up my wall there for my door, like that there. Alright, and I also know for a fact that I have a door here. Doesn't tell me how much away here, but I'm going to just estimate that because they don't give it to me, and I'm going to put my door opening, which is 18. All doors are 18 on a scale 1:50. So I'm going to just make sure that that is my opening, my one side there for my door, and then 18 from there would be round about there. So there's my 18 for my inside door. So I've opened that up. Now I'm going to use my compass, and because it's so small, you're not even going to be bothered with the little frames that we drew previously. So we're only going to focus on drawing the swing of the door from that point. Look where I put it, from that point. In the exam we'll find the swing of the door from that point. So you're going to do a little swing like that there, and you are going to just put in a thick line like that there. Appreciate the thick line like that. That's all we want. You don't need to worry about the little frame that we have there. So for now that would suffice, and then we go for the inside one, and we put it on that point there. We just swing like that there, and then we put a double or thick line in line like that there, the inside, to indicate the door. Right, you can put the thick line, must go down till the middle. Just want to make sure that the thick line must actually go down till the middle, like that there. So there are your doors. Okay, so what you can do now, we can darken everything else in terms of the walls. So you're going to go and do the outside first. So the outside you go till there, and that part there, and you do the back part till there. You stop at the window and you continue on the other side, like that for your outside. There, and there. If you go to your inside, you start there, you go right down till there, which is fine, and do your walls right down till there, but here you stop, and you leave a little gap there, go right down for that inside wall to connect. So that goes that way. You don't have an inside line over the door, and you continue that side of the. Here you have a little opening for the inside wall to connect. Don't close that up there. Don't close it up. So there are no lines over the door, or the internal door. We'll leave it completely open. That's going to go like that, and you're going to just connect that there, Okay. My lines are a little bit inaccurate. Sorry, I just need to complete this one. This one goes right through it, inside. And that's how you do it. Can you see? 2 lines here, nothing there, nothing there, nothing here, no lines here. Just the faint lines can remain there, but no dark lines there. And there you've done your building structure. So the next thing that we are going to do is that we are going to put in the stop here. We're going to put in the stop here. So the top, you'll see, is in line with the door, and it goes against that wall, and it's 12 millimeters. So all I'm going to do is measure 12 here. That's 12 there. Draw a faint line first, and then measure a 12 here for that. So that is going to be darkened till there for the top. That's your worktop in the kitchen, and you don't put it against the door, you can just keep it a millimeter away. So there. Perfect. Here's my top, 12 millimeters. Okay. And now you're going to be looking at your features. So you will see that 8, 9, 10 and 11 refers to the features. Now I just want to make it a little bit clearer. 8 refers to a sink, a shower. For 9, 10 a toilet, and hand wash basin. So in this corner you're going to have a shower, which is 9. In that, a toilet, and 11 is going to give you a hand wash basin. Let's look at this first, and then we go to the sink here, which shows you number 8. So let's go to the shower first in that corner. And if you look at your shower here, your shower is 800 by 800 square. So 800 by 800 square, if you take your calculator, and you're going to divide, it's best to divide all of this quickly by 50, and then you don't have to struggle when you are going to draw it. You can just draw it immediately, having your dimensions. So I'll quickly divert that to scale 1:50. So I have taken the liberty of dividing my sanitary fixtures to scale 1:50, and I've got these scale 1:1 for my drawing now. I've mostly just taken the top view items because that's what I'm busy with at the moment. So let's look at the shower. The shower is 800 by 800, which now converts to 16 by 16. Okay, so let's do that. 16 by 16 in this corner, and I'm going to say 16, which is going to be there, and I draw a faint line, and then another 16 that way, which is going to be here. So that is going to be my shower that you see there. Okay, and then my little trap I can put in any corner. I'm going to put it there. If you look at in this corner, there must be number 10, a water closet, which is a toilet, right? And if you look at the toilet, it's 5, 17 and 5 and 10. So basically it's like this. Is that this is 10 here, that is 17, and this part is 5 there. So I'm going to draw that. This is going to be 10. I'm not going to draw it against the wall, so I'm going to keep it a little bit of away from the wall. That's 10 firstly. So I'm going to draw my toilet 10 width, and then I'm going to draw that 250 at the back, which is going to be 5 millimeters there. There's my 5, and then my whole thing is going to be 17. So 17 is going to be marked right here. So there's my toilet, and I'm going to put that in there as well. There's my toilet. Okay, just like that there. And then in this corner you're going to have a hand wash basin. The hand wash basin is here. It's going to be 11 across here by 9. 11 by 9. So I'm going to have my 11 like this. So just away from, I'm gonna draw a starter line, and then just 11. That's 10, 11 there. There it is, and then the 9 millimeters as it comes out like that there. So it's just a rectangular box like that there, and I darken that and just put a little trap there. Okay, and then of course the last one is my sink. It's 11 across, perfectly in the middle of the top, and 24. So I'm going to put that in here. So I get a starter line faintly, and I have a 24, which is my length, 24. Draw this line, and an 11, which basically means I'm just going to put it perfectly in the middle. So half a millimeter both sides. That's my sink. And then they don't give me the inside part, so I can just draw a little rectangular box on the inside here without measurements, because they don't specify. They just ask me to draw that, and then the little trap will be there. And that's all for the fixtures and features. Okay, and then of course we are going to put in the cutting line as well. So the cutting line you can put anywhere as it is here on this drawing. So I'm going to put my cutting line. It starts there, and then it takes a little inside turn, and then it goes this way. A cutting line, and I'm going to just put my 2 arrows on top of my cutting line like that there. Okay, and then I'm also going to label my area here as my lounge. Right, I'm going to print here lounge. Right, and I'm also going to state what's going to be on the floor as a floor finish for my lounge. And maybe you can come up, I want carpet there, or maybe I'm going to make that tiles. I'm going to print the tiles for my floor finish. Okay, I'm going to add my steps here. You'll see that my steps here would be 2 steps, 900 by 250. 900, I know when you scale it down, that's 18, right? 18, so that's across 18. And 250 is already, if you scale it down, 250 is going to give you 5. So all I'm going to do here, if I take that away, is extend this. That's the 18 I'm talking about for my step. And then I'm going to have 2 5s, which basically means 1 5 and another 5, and that's 10. And there we have my step, like that there. Okay? There it is. You can do some more printing as well by just writing in here kitchen, and what you're probably going to have in the kitchen. If it's tiles, you will print the tiles neatly printed like that. And in the bathroom you can just print bath. You will understand that that's a bathroom, and you might have tiles on there as well. Okay, here we go, tiles. Right, and then very importantly here at the bottom you must print what it is. This is a floor plan, so you need to print floor plan, and the scale must be here as well. I'm going to put the scale down here. Scale 1:50. That's your scale over there. Okay, and then you need to finish off this with hatching. So hatching is going to come in there, so 2 lines, and then 2 lines like that, and then the gap. So maintain that gap, 2 lines. You can't go over windows. Very delicate process that you need to do. 2 lines, it can't go over the windows, so you're going to have 2 lines connecting. Here you will have 2 lines there, and then move it, 2 lines, and it continues both sides. So I'm going to continue with mine and fill it up completely. So there I've completed all my hatching, and you will see it runs right through. If it starts there, it goes right through and it latches with one another. Here it goes inside wall and then on the outside wall. So you have to complete it neatly like that. The very last thing would be the electrical symbols, and this is something brand new, and I want you to look at this list of symbols here. That symbol there, and I want to zoom in perhaps on it. That is a normal light bulb, that cross there. This is an outside wall mounted light. That is a ceiling mounted, wall mounted. This is a fluorescent light, right? That symbol there, and you must have the amount in must be replaced by the amount of bulbs. So if there are 2 or 3 bulbs, you must write in 2 times 40 watt. That is a single pole switch. That's a double pole. There are 2 little fingers there. That's a triple pole. That's 3 little switches there. So 3 switches, 2, 1. Double, triple. That is a 2-way switch. We're not going to use this much, but if they ask for a 2-way switch, you're going to use that. This is a dimmer. A dimming switch where you can actually turn and dim the lights. This is very important. That is a wall socket, the switched wall socket. A switch wall socket. This is just a wall socket without the switch. But we very seldomly use that one. We mostly use this one over here. That there is a distribution board. It doesn't give you any size. That is an electric meter with a W inside of the box, and that's an earth. Very seldomly use these things as well. So I'm going to fit these things into my house here according to my numbers. So number 1 is going to be found on my drawing as my distribution board. There's my number 1. So let me do number 1 for you. Right, so I'm going to do it in red. So all you do is you create a little box here for my number 1. That's my distribution box, any size. Okay, like that there. There's my distribution box at where my number 1 is situated. If I go to number 2, number 2 asks for switch socket outlet switches of the lights. That's number 2, and it's going to be 1 here. If I scan around, it's going to be there 1, and I'm going to have another one. Let me just see. I don't see any other, so that's where my number 2s are going to be. Okay, so what I'm going to do, my switch socket, so I'm going to do a semicircle like that there against the wall, a line out, a line to the side, and a little switch. and then the same thing, a semicircle, line out, a line goes to the side. That is my switch socket outlet, okay, like a wall socket. And then number 3, here is my ceiling light, right? That's a cross. That is the cross that we were looking at. And if you look at number 3, there's one, there's one, there's one, and that's basically the only 2 that I have. So I'm going to put one, and I want to just do that. I'm going to put one over here, more or less in the middle of the room, and I'm going to put one in the bathroom, which is there, right? That's basically what I need, and that you can do freehand. And then you go number 4 is a fluorescent light tube, and it's 2 times 40 watt, and that is going to be here in the kitchen. So I'm going to go to the kitchen. In the middle there, I'm going to draw that, and I'm going to do that there, and I'm going to write 2 times 40 W. Alright, that's what you need to have there. Remember, you must do it in pencil. I'm just doing it in pen to show you clearly what you must do. If you go to number 5, it's a wall mounted light. Number 5, and that's going to be somewhere on the outside of the building, which is going to be here. There's a wall mounted light there. So you are going to basically go here to the bottom and mount, sorry, you're going to draw a line first, and then you're going to do a crossing like that there. Okay, let me just redo it. It's a line and a cross like that there. That's a wall mounted light. Okay, that's on the outside there. And then we go to the next one. Number 6 is a 1 pole light switch. A 1 or a single pole light switch, and that's number 6. So you need to find where are the number 6s. Here's number 6, and you're going to have a number 6 over there as well. Okay, any other number 6s we don't see on this page here. Okay, it's only those 2 points, so I'm going to go here and do a circle and a line and one of those. I'm going to go circle, line, and one of those there. Right? That's my single or 1 pole. And then I'm going to go to number 7, which is a 2 pole light switch, a double pole. And I only have 1, which is there basically. So now I'm going to do another one next to it here, a line like that, and I have 2 little switches like that there. So that basically concludes the light switches and electrical symbols. What I need to do with these symbols, the lights connects with a wire to the switch. The light connects with a wire to the switch. Nothing to the wall socket, only the lights connect to the switch. So there's one, and then you're obviously going to have this one probably outside there, and that one is going to connect to that one over there, and it's going to connect to that over there. Okay, something like that you will have on there. Okay, so this one connects to 2 lights, and that one connects to the outside one. That one connects to the bathroom one. And that basically concludes your floor plan as it is here. Okay.